Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. My name is Jeff, and I am a Xennial. What does that mean? Well, that means that the first movie I ever saw in the theaters, and this is really true, was a double feature of Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back. Apparently, sat in my mom's lap and hid my face anytime Darth Vader came on screen. I did grow up with Star Wars, Empire, and Jedi on VHS, recorded off the movie channel here in Canada, and I watched them a lot. For a long time growing up, I was like the person who knew the most about Star Wars. I read all the books, now Legends. I played the games. I knew a lot about like intricate Star Wars lore. I spent hours poring over the CD-ROM of the Star Wars Encyclopedia. Today, of course, is May the 4th, so we're celebrating all things Star Wars, and there's a lot of things that I could and would love to talk about with Star Wars, but it's such a broad category now, and there's so many people who know so much about it. I don't think I would consider myself a Star Wars expert. Not in the context of like the other experts out there in the world these days, but I'm going to pick a small piece of Star Wars to talk about today, and we're certainly going to have longer, ongoing conversations about Star Wars here on the channel. I'm excited to share my passion for Star Wars with you. Today is a time for celebration, so I thought I would show you some of my Power of the Force action figures. It's a good place to start.
All right, before I open up the big bin of toys, let me just show you what I actually have out in the comic and game room here. Hold on. So up here, I have the Falcon sitting up there. What else is down here? I don't know what's here on this shelf. Oh look, there's Mando. Yep, sitting there. Some Star Wars books. There's a Star Wars book down there. And I do have over here, I've got a TIE and X-Wing up there. Oh, and down here, a couple of Force Ghosts. What are you guys doing here? Or are there both? Is this Anakin? This is I think that's old Anakin and Obi-Wan, right? Or are these the two different? Or are these? Yeah, I think that's old Anakin, and then there's and then that's Obi-Wan, I believe. Force Ghosts, and is that Storm Shadow? Is that a version of Storm Shadow? I think this is the one that came with Ninja Battles. Anywho, Globulus, what are you doing there? Okay, let's switch out, and I'll show you guys the big bin. And look, I used to have these all on a big display. I used to be a much more fastidious collector. I don't want to trigger anyone. I have a lot of Power of the Force action figures that are in a big bin, so please don't get upset with me for this. All right, here we go. There it is. Oh boy. Okay, let's get this spread out. Let's get this spread out a little bit. Oh look! It's the Ghost. This is a very cool ship in the show. This is a terrible ship for a toy. It's just a box. I don't know. Oh look, it's another ghost. This one's missing arms. That's not good. Why are these ghosts missing their arms? So sorry to all the people who this might be triggering, but there are a lot of cool figures in here. Okay, we got some good guys, we got some bad guys, we got some really cool guys. I don't know, man. There's some really great figures in here. I kind of like the secondary action figures a lot for Star Wars. Like, yeah, it's great to have Luke and Han, and you want to get them in the various outfits, but like, who's this guy? This actually looks, although the color is kind of overly red. I think this is an A-wing pilot. Did I have an A-wing? I don't think I did. It looks kind of like Wedge, doesn't it? I don't think it is though. I think this is just A-wing pilot. Admiral Akbar, it's a trap! And then the beasts are always cool. Here's Muftak, right? I had the entire Cantina band set. I think this was a mail away.
Droopy McCool, Sly Snoodles, classic. Here's Chopper. So you can see I did collect some newer ones, I guess. So I'm gonna pick out a few of my absolute favorites here, and then we'll just look at a couple that I want to showcase that I think are like the best. And then you can argue with me about who you think is the best in the comments. All right, let's look at a few of my favorites. Starting, of course, with Luke. I think this is a Vader cape. Is this a Vader cape? This definitely looks like a Darth Vader cape. Luke in the black outfit, I thought was the coolest as a kid. I actually dressed up as Luke twice for Halloween in this costume, and if no one knew who I was, I didn't have a lightsaber because I mean, I guess lightsaber toys, maybe they existed back in the mid 80s, but I certainly didn't have one. I probably had a stick, you know? Anyway, but I always thought Luke was so badass in his black outfit in Jedi. So that was a real special one for me. This is, I think, one of the coolest figures here, the Tauntaun. You see it looks great. And then they did this action where you press on the thing here, and then the legs go, right? Anyway, and then it came with I guess, if I remember, it must have come with a Luke or a Han that could like sit, that had their legs sort of wider, they could sit over top. A very cool animal. I always thought the Tauntauns were like amazing. Definitely a favorite of mine. Let's see. This guy, this is R4, of course. And is this the one? Oh wait, no. Is this the one? Yeah, it is. It's got a button on it. Where is it? This? Is it right here? Yeah, you push the button here, and then he explodes. I don't think in the movie he exploded quite so much, but pretty clutch. I like that. Some of my favorite monsters from the Cantina. Monsters, aliens. Let's be real. They're aliens. They're not monsters. They're not monsters. Is Wolfman here and Hammerhead. I love these guys. These guys are great. The Icthorians. Lots going on with these guys in the Clone Wars cartoon, right? They showed up a few times at least. I'm not a Clone Wars cartoon expert. And then just a werewolf dude. Like, I love that. I love that so much. A couple of figures that I have from the Shadows of the Empire line, right? This is Dash Rendar. And Chewbacca as a bounty hunter. I can't remember the name. He was disguised as a bounty hunter in that storyline. These are kind of cool because they're like obviously not from the movie. Just like this one here. This is this from Crimson Empire? This is Luke as one of the royal guards here, dressed up. Or is this Dark Empire? It was Dark Empire was the name of that comic book series, right? Look at this badass armor, though. Doesn't that look sick? That's so freaking cool. I love it. If I could have dressed up like that for Halloween, man, that would have been amazing. Let's see, who else do we got here? We got a Boba Fett. Classic Fett. Oh, yeah, I love this Luke because he's all like beat up and he's got his hand chopped off. This is the best one. This is the one where you could like bend his legs to go around the you can bend his legs so he can hang upside down outside of the bottom of Cloud City, like, no, Leia! This is the Luke that you need if you're reenacting "You're not my father, that's impossible" sequence. I love this Chewbacca because look, it's got all the snow on him. This is the Chewie. I think he came with goggles or like the binoculars when they're on Hoth and he's looking at the probe droid who's just landed. It's really nice. It's a nice little touch. But like, do you need to buy a whole extra figure for that? I don't know. Some bounty hunters here. I got IG-88 and we've got Bosk. Well, that's a Bosk. This is IG-88. Of course, you guys, anyone who's Mandalorian fan will know IG-88. Classic IG-88. I was, of course, what was it? The Tales of the Bounty Hunters book. It was like, it's a Legends book now, but still, like, I think a really fun read. And it was like 5 short stories about like what happened to all of the various bounty hunters. When Boba Fett went and caught
got Han and Leia and the gang. I don't remember this guy's name. He's from A New Hope. He's the one who obviously ratted them out to the Imperials, you know, Hangar Bay 94, right? But I used to have nightmares about this guy. So, I don't like him. I don't like him. We've got Wicket missing a cowl. That's Wicket, right? Yeah. Snowtroopers. Why is this guy missing hands? Where's his hands, man? I don't know what to say about that. The Scout Trooper is actually my favorite trooper. This is the droid who's pulling down the lever to like lower the hot coals onto the gonk droid feet. No. You know what I'm talking about, right? This is a cool piece. I don't know where the Han is. It's in that big pile somewhere. But there's a Han Solo that goes in here, and then you know he's like, oh, unfrozen from the carbon freeze. That's how that plays out in my mind. Emperor was one of the last action figures I bought, like when I was actually collecting. This was kind of one of the ones that kind of made me be like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? I had too many action figures for my space. I think I was about to go off to college, and I was like, why do I have these? It was just too many. And I paid probably $60 for her. Don't tell anyone. It's Emperor for $60. I don't know what I was thinking, but I really wanted Emperor. Anyway, that's a bunch of them. Thank you very much for watching. So that's some of my favorite Power of the Force figures. It's a pretty fun collection, but I'll say I'm not as invested in collecting physical things as much as I used to be. I have had a number of collections come and gone, physical and digital. I care about stories. That's what I love to talk about most. So that's really where you'll see my focus headed. But that said, you know, Star Wars is Star Wars, you know? It's, there's something really special about Star Wars. And it certainly means a lot to me, especially on a day like this. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video. So long. May the Force be with you.